Hey y'all, Halfmilesniper here, and we're back on our regular range. Yahoo! And today we're going to test some more 6mm Creedmoor. We're going to start off shooting the 109 grain Bergers being pushed by various loads of H4350. So, as I head down and put up my target, y'all sit back, kick your feet up, enjoy the ride. Okay, so we got the target set up. I've got a lot more setup to do, and it's going to be a little noisy because, well, there's a very busy CCW class going on today on the next bay over, but that's okay. CCWs are a good thing. Y'all hear me say it all the time, so give me a couple more minutes to get things set up. I'm going to go back to running the regular camera from back here rather than the GoPro on the spotting scope. Alrighty, y'all. Well, I think I have everything set up, and we are going to start with an ammo test. For those new to the channel, this is my Solus 6 Creedmoor that I recently put together. It's got a 26-inch barrel, has an EC tuner brake, a Vortex Viper 5x25 scope, an MDT Oryx chassis, which has been weighted and balanced, and I am running a Garmin chronograph mounted to the rifle. Took it out for the first shots on the public range a couple weeks ago, and now we're going to continue testing some 109 grain Bergers with H4350 this morning. We'll be starting at 39.5 grains at 4350, and we'll go to 41.5. According to the load data, 41.4 is the max load for 4350. But we're going to, we'll go a tenth of a grain over if everything's looking good. Downrange, I have my standard target, which has 5 3/8-inch dots on it, and that's all we're going to have for aim point. Okay, this will be 39.5 grains of 4350, and we'll start on the left-hand target, or left-hand dot, pardon me. The chronograph did not pick up that shot. I think this range may be messing with the chronograph. .2922. .2916. Well, we only got 2 out of the 3 shots on paper here, or on chronograph. So our 2-shot average gave us 29.19 for average speed, extreme spread of 5.3, standard deviation of 2.6. Group doesn't look that bad. And the brass looks excellent. 2919, 5.3, 2.6. We're going to move on to 40 grains. Oh yeah, all kinds of sounds of freedom. Got a C17 and CCWs. Love the noise. Okay, continuing, this will be 40 grains of 4350. And we're going to go to the second dot. $29.41. Missed that one. Thought it was going to end up in my hand. Oh, wow. Let me put the safety on. No wonder I'm struggling. I got my seeing glasses on. I'm going to go put shooting glasses on. Okay, that feels a little bit better. No wonder the scope was so dark. Okay. Continuing with 40.0 grains of H4350. $29.41.2. $29.47.4. And one piece hit the ground. Brass is looking good. Our 3-shot average is 29.43. Our extreme spread was 6.4. And our standard deviation 3.0. So far, our first two loads have given us nice extreme spread and standard deviation. We will continue with 40.5 grains of H4350, pushing the 109 grain Berger. This will be on the center dot. And that last group looks to be maybe half an inch. We'll see. We'll measure it in a little bit. 40.5. Center dot. Didn't catch the first run again. It has to be something with the baffles. $29.74. That's what happens when you go too slow. $29.74. 29.96. Brass is still looking good. 40.5. Again, for some reason, the chronograph did not pick up the first shot. And it's either something with the baffles on this range, or somebody suggested it could have something to do with radar from the air base. Interesting, because the only place that this Garmin's given me any issue has been on this range. And that makes 3 shots now that it didn't pick up since I've had the rifle. Or I mean, since I've had the chrono. Our 2-shot average, 29.85. Extreme spread of 21.5 and a standard deviation of 10.7. Sure didn't act like the first 2 loads. Nice cool morning. Rifle's not even warm yet. It was 33 degrees when I left the house. We're going to continue on with 41.0 grains of H4350. This will be on the second in from the right. And that 40.5 looked like it had a pretty decent group. Didn't like the numbers. .0 grains H4350, pushing 109 grain Berger. Here we go. .12.9. Looking good. .32.3. .3011.1. So our 3-shot average was 3018.8. Extreme spread 21.2. Standard deviation 9.8. Our final group today is going to be 41.5 grains of H4350. Book max is 41.4. According to the book, 41.4 is supposed to be giving us 2187 feet per second on average. We're already well over that, so I'm going to assume it has something to do with the fact that this rifle has a 26-inch barrel. This will be 41.5 on the right-hand dot. And again, for those new to the channel, we are shooting at 100 yards. .3046. 30-48. .42. And what the heck happened there? 3-shot average was 30-45.8. Our extreme spread 6.5. Standard deviation 2.7. And I don't know what happened with that third shot. Well, 4350 gave us a couple loads to look deeper at. That last group, being 1/10 of a grain over book max, gave us some really good numbers. Put the first 2 shots side by side, and that third shot went way high. I don't know if I jerked the trigger or if it was something with the round. But I only made 3 rounds of it for this test, so it's not like I can reshoot one. I have to think about that. We'll take a look at that here as soon as I get downrange. Not a bad group, good numbers. Not a bad group, good numbers. Really good group. Numbers were a little wonky. Pretty good group. Numbers were still a little bit off. Overbook max numbers were really good, but I don't know what happened there. We're going to go measure those. Yeah, one's going to be over 1 inch, I think, that last group. Everything else looks like it's going to be 1/2 inch-ish. And I didn't say it on the walk down to pick the target up. I hope that camera picked up the groups, because it was shutting down just as I went to go turn it off. Well, y'all. 4350, H4350 with 109 Bergers did some good. 39.5 grains gave us a 0.59 inch group at 29.19 feet per second with an extreme spread of 5.3 and a standard deviation of 2.6. 40 grains gave us a group of 0.563. Nice triangular group. Average speed 29.43. Stream spread of 6.4, standard deviation of 3.0. I spilt coffee. Another nice group at 40.5. Average speed 29.85. I believe it was only a 2-shot average.
That's it?
2-shot average. The extreme spread of 21.5, standard deviation 10.7. 41 grains gave us a 0.504 inch group at 18.8 feet per second average, 21.2 extreme spread, and 9.8 standard deviation. Got good groups, widespread. Did I do something wrong in my load, or is it the load? And the final group, 41.5, gave us 45.8 feet per second, extreme spread of 6.5, standard deviation of 2.7, but a 9.935 inch group. I don't know if that was the load or if that was me jumping the trigger. I don't know, but it really opened that group up. And what I noticed was, as our speed increased, our groups moved closer and closer and closer to my aim point. Pretty interesting. Alrighty, y'all. Well, that's 6 Creed with the 109 grain Berger and H4350. We got some early tests done. Got a couple that I'm probably going to try to play with for the tuner break. And with that, I want to thank y'all for hanging with me. I want to remind y'all, stay strapped or get clapped. Carry everywhere you can. Get a CCW if you need one. That's what all the shooting in the background is. We got a CCW class here today. So, as always, thanks for hanging with me. I appreciate it. Keep shooting. We'll catch you next time.
Send it. Hit.